Hello, I'm Justin with Ocean State Aquatics, and we're going to talk about algae control in a planted aquarium today. What we have here is one of our display tanks at Ocean State Aquatics, and clearly you can tell we don't really have algae problems, and that's pretty simple. We control algae by lighting, by maintenance, water changes, as well as fish control. So if you look at a planted tank like a car, lighting is your gas pedal. So the more light you have, the faster your algae is going to grow. So we have all of our our lights on timers, and what that does is it allows us to control the photo period. This tank, we have it running for 8 hours a day, but it's not a very bright LED, so we don't have to worry about that. What I can say for people that are just starting out or who want to set up a planted tank is that less is more. And what I mean by that is the less photo period you have, the better. And so usually 6 hours is a good, photo period to start with. And the reason I say that is because when you first put plants into your aquarium, there's no, they need to establish in your water, and they need to establish in that aquarium. And so once your plants settle in and start growing, what they're going to do is they're going to outcompete the algae for the nutrients that are in the water. And by the nutrients that I mean, it's whether it be fish waste, food waste, or anything that is actually in your water, the plants are going to absorb that faster than the algae. What we do is all of our service tanks and our tanks in shop, we change at least 20 to 30% of the water a week. The reason that we do that is because these are a closed environment, so what we put into the aquarium is what stays into the aquarium. So the fish waste, people feeding, the food will contribute to algae problems in the future, if not immediately. And it also, what it does is it allows us to put back minerals into the water for the plants, which the plants will absorb. So typically when you set up an aquarium, the first thing that you're usually going to see is either you're going to get hair algae or you're going to see green spot algae. What green spot algae is little dots on your glass, and they start to take over. It's pretty common when you set up an aquarium when you first set it up, and it's quite all right. Algae in your aquarium is not a problem, because the problem becomes is when the algae overtakes the entire aquarium. So what you can do is if you see lighting showing up or algae showing up into your aquarium, what you're going to do is first thing you're going to want to cut your photo period down. You're going to want to look at if you're overfeeding your fish, and you're going to think about what your routine maintenance is on your tank. And if you don't have a routine maintenance set up on your planted tank, then I suggest starting one immediately. Whether it be any open areas like this, gravel backing that, so no detritus and no waste gets caught up in there. That will contribute to organic compounds being broken down into your aquarium and being utilized by the algae. So by kicking up your photo period, what I mean is if you started on a 6 hour period, you want to gradually step it up, whether it be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, until you can gradually work up to at least an 8 hour photo period. You want the plants to be able to adjust, and with more light means better growth, faster growth, and that's kind of where the balance comes into play, about where you want the plants to outcompete the algae for the excess nutrients that are in the water. I always tell people if you can grow algae, you can grow anything. I mean, you already have in the tank what you need to grow. You have the nutrients, you have the water, you have the lights. Very simple to do. If you have any questions, in the link below, you can find us on Snapchat. We'll gladly answer your questions on a day-to-day basis. We love the interaction here at Ocean State Aquatics. If you enjoy what you just saw, please like, subscribe, share.